If you're thinking about moving to Houston, Texas, and you want a really affordable, brand new construction home, it doesn't get much better than this. Today, we are in a neighborhood here in Conroe, Texas, with 3 different builders with base prices starting at $215,000. And we're gonna show you inside these 3 different builders. They're all building completely different products, but they're in a neighborhood with some really nice amenities, and there's even an elementary school right here in the neighborhood. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but we're only 15 minutes from the Woodlands, Texas, and everything that it has to offer. So if you're looking for a deal and you want a new home, let's dive in. Come on in and check out our first builder today. This is First America Homes, and they're actually owned by the developer. But right when you come in, the first thing that you're gonna notice is how open it is. You get a ton of natural light. You've got this big 2-story open living room with windows that are bringing in all of that light. Now, this is gonna surprise you, but this is actually the smallest product offered right out here in Granger Pines. We are in Granger Pines today. That's the name of this neighborhood. And this builder is gonna be building on 40-foot lots. And if you don't know what that means, it just means the front width of the lot is 40 feet wide. And so this builder is gonna be building on 40s. The next builder we're gonna check out is on 45s. And then the one after that is on 50-foot lots. So they get wider as they go. That being said, they build homes of all different sizes on these lots. On the small end, you've got 1,200 square foot homes, and on the big end, you've got 2,100 square homes. But let's check out their model home. Their model home, as we walk through it, this one is 1,900 square feet. And as you can see, we're downstairs, we're in the living room, and the living room is gonna be an open concept that connects over here to this kind of informal dining area. And then we've got the kitchen right back over here. And this kitchen is nice, it's modern. You've got the luxury vinyl plank floors. These are a faux wood look. They're a lighter color, and they give this room really a light, airy feel to it. And what's really cool is these countertops. They've got this natural stone counter, but it's not a smooth texture. It's like a rough texture with the deep farmhouse sink. And of course, the nice white, more modern shaker cabinets. And you actually have plenty of cabinet space in this house. I think that's one of the bigger complaints about some of these smaller starter homes is there's not a lot of storage in the kitchen. But what I like is that they've got this extra little counter space over here. They've got it set up as a coffee bar. Pretty good sized pantry as well for a 1,900 square foot home. And here's the cool part. Home prices with this builder on their smaller 1,200 square foot products are gonna start at $215,000 for their base pricing. Realistically, you could probably get in the low 220,000s. But this home, as you see it right now, if you fall in love with it, you can expect to get something like this around $265,000. So let's go back this way. We're actually gonna have 2 different bedrooms here on the first floor. That's actually not too common in smaller 2-story footprints. You've got your downstairs secondary bath here, which is actually gonna go to this guest room, but we wanna show you the primary suite first. So when you come on in here, you got a pretty decent sized primary suite. You do have a king bed, and what I like is the windows actually look out onto a covered patio. So you've got a really big covered patio out there. And then this is gonna be your master bathroom. You've got a full-size tub, pretty good sized walk-in shower too, dual vanities, and you have granite countertops in here. A lot of times when you got builders starting in the low 200s, you'll have different lower end countertops, but you've got real granite in here, which is a nice touch. And then this is your master closet. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit small, but they're gonna have some different floor plan options that are gonna give you some bigger closets if you need that extra storage space. Now, when you leave the master bedroom, you actually have the laundry room right over here. They've got it set up because it's a model home with a printer in it, but it would fit normal full-size washer and dryer. And then come right this way. This is going to be your second bedroom here on the first floor. Now, they have it set up as a home office. This home doesn't come with a home office. So if you don't need all 4 bedrooms, then you could definitely sit down, do some work here. Another thing that you could do here is you could use this computer and you could click right here and you could subscribe to our channel. You could tap that bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about everything that's actually going on with home builders here in Houston. And if you don't already know, my name's Kyler Ferris, and our team gets calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you that are looking to move here to Houston. So if that is you, don't be shy. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. So that does it for the downstairs. You've got one closet right here because it is a bedroom and not an office. And now let's go check out the upstairs. Now, as you come up the stairs, the first thing that you're gonna notice is that it actually has a pretty cool, more modern stair rail, and it overflows down into that first floor. So you're really gonna get that openness that you would want in a home that's on the smaller square footage side. But up here, you've got your game room. This is a good amount of space. This is that secondary living space. If you've got kids, great place for them to hang out. But really, it just separates the downstairs from the upstairs which is nice. Most one-story floor plans aren't gonna give you that secondary living space in a 1,900 square foot floor plan. So I think that's beneficial. If you come in here, this is your third bedroom. They actually have it set up as a miniature design studio. And I wanted to show you this just to show you what your options are here. So at any given time, when you call us and we bring you out here to meet with these builders, they're gonna have inventory homes that are on the ground ready for move-in. And so if they've already started building it, then they've already selected everything from the carpet to the brick, to the countertops, to the flooring, to the cabinets. But if you were to come out here and pick your lot and pick your floor plan, you would have the option to actually pick everything out. So it gives you an opportunity to actually look, touch, feel, and see what your home's gonna look like when it is completed. But if you were to buy this floor plan, this is just your everyday bedroom. You got a pretty decent sized closet here, and then you've got your fourth bedroom right on over this way. Now, both of these bedrooms are gonna share this full-size bathroom here. I would say this is a pretty average size as far as what you would expect in a bedrooms in a home this size. It's definitely not too small, but it's definitely not massive. So First America Homes is going to include the standard features that you've seen in this home. They're gonna give you a fence in the backyard. You are getting grass. Some of these starter home neighborhoods don't even give you grass in the backyard. So you're gonna get those here. And as I mentioned, they're building their 40-foot products. So their square footage ranges are gonna range from that 1,200 square feet up to that 2,100 square feet. And base prices start at $215,000 and they go all the way up to around $270,000. But realistically, you can expect to get something mid-range in that $250,000 to around that $280,000 mark with First America Homes. So I told you that we're right here in Conroe, Texas. And if you're not familiar, Conroe, Texas is located about 45 minutes north of Houston. And so you're gonna head right on up I-45 to get to Conroe. So if you are commuting in and out of downtown, you're gonna have about a 45-minute commute. But we are all the way over on the east side of Conroe. So Granger Pines is actually located in between a couple of the larger suburbs here in Houston. You're on the northeast side of Houston, and you're right off Highway 242, which is actually gonna connect the Woodlands, Texas, which is about 20 minutes away, all the way over to the Porter and New Caney area. And so if you are commuting in and out of downtown, you're actually gonna have two different options. Not only do you have I-45, but you're also gonna be able to head over and catch Highway 59, which is gonna get you in and out of downtown as well. You've got pretty close proximity to the airport. And if you work in the medical field and you're looking for a job in medicine, there are actually plenty of hospitals in the Woodlands that you're about 20 minutes away from. Now, another thing that I love about this location is there is a lot going on here. There's a lot of growth, both residential and commercial. We've covered a few neighborhoods that actually border this community. We've shown you Mavera, which is a master plan community with some more affordable prices than most master plan communities, but they're still gonna be a tier above what you're looking at price-wise here in Granger Pines. And then right across the street is a really robust master plan community that we've shown you called Artavia that's really well done, but once again, those prices are gonna be a lot higher. So what sets Granger Pines apart is really giving you an affordable, brand new construction product in a desirable location with tons of amazing amenities around it at that affordable price tag. And we're just seeing a lot of commercial development work its way from the Woodlands on down 242. So you're gonna have really convenient access to shopping, whether it's your grocery stores or your restaurants. You're gonna have that just a few short minutes away from the front of this neighborhood. Now we're stepping it up just a little bit more in size, and we are inside of the Legend Homes 45-foot model home. And right whenever you walk into this one, this is gonna be one of their one-stories. They build 1- and 2-story homes, but you are met with an office here. So you've got kind of a flex space up at the front of this house, and this is one of their mid-sized one-stories. Actually, this one's on their larger side, right around 1,700 square feet. And this flex space could be used as an office, a secondary little reading room, or a game room, but it really is just a nice place to settle in and get some work done. Their 2-story homes are actually gonna go all the way up to around the 2,200 square foot mark. So they're gonna get a little bit bigger than this one, but the model that we're showing you is their largest 1-story. So right whenever you come into the home, similar to most in this size, you're gonna have this open concept living room. You've got your kind of formal dining, I guess, partitioned off over here, or kitchenette area. And then these are the finishes that you can expect in the homes out here. So you do have granite countertops. You've got the nice, more white color palette cabinetry here. And then they do have the gray luxury vinyl plank flooring. So it's super durable. A couple quick things about Legend Homes. So each of these builders are gonna operate a little bit differently. At the time that we're filming this, they're actually running a special where they're including fridge, washer, dryer, blinds, and garage door opener. So it really is gonna come as a complete package, which I think is really nice, especially in these lower price points. If you're gonna buy something, it's really nice to not have to come out of pocket after you close. You're already spending a lot of money on a house. So it really is nice when everything's included, and that's what you're gonna get here. Now we're in their living room, and they got this one decorated nice and cool, but this is gonna be where you're gonna hang out with the family. Because this has that flex room, you do have that kind of secondary living space, but for the most part, this is gonna be your TV room. There's not a secondary media room. Now in their 2 stories, they're gonna have an upstairs game room, and that's gonna give you that, extra square footage if you do have a bigger family and you have those kids. And here's the cool thing. As far as prices go, their smallest floor plan right now is gonna be priced just over the $250,000 mark, and that's about a 1,450 square foot home. But their larger one, around that 2,200 square feet, they actually have lake lots out here. And so you can back up to one of their ponds. They've got wrought iron fencing. They've got cul-de-sac lots. And the crazy thing is their most expensive home, that big 2-story on the lake, is still only $315,000. So I was really shocked when I saw that. Come out here. This is actually a pretty decent lot size. So pretty good amount of yard space. And that lot over there that I was telling you about for $315,000, that's a 10,000 square foot lot. That's a really, really good sized lot. Now the first bedroom we're gonna show you is the master bedroom. And the first thing that I noticed was you got tray ceilings. So it gives you that extra little bit of ceiling height. And it doesn't have like the bay windows, but this is a big enough room where you don't need them. You do have energy efficient windows, so these are upgraded windows, which is a nice touch. You're gonna get these in most builders, but it is worth noting, when you buy a new construction home versus an older resale home, you are gonna save money on your utilities. They just build these homes to better standards than homes that are gonna be 15, 20 years old. So that is something to consider. Maybe you're like, oh, that's just a little too expensive. You do have to look at the long-term utility costs of that house. Now, this is the master bathroom. They're gonna continue to have the granite countertops in here, which is nice. Some builders in this price points will go with lower quality countertops than they have in the kitchen, but they're gonna have kind of a cohesive feel throughout this house. You do have a really good size tub. Now, they don't have the separate freestanding shower in this floor plan, but some of the other floor plans, you're gonna be able to mix, match, have both or one or the other. You've got a pretty good sized closet right over here. Most of the other bedrooms are gonna be up at the front of the house. Now, as you come back through the kitchen area, you're gonna be met with this hallway. You have your laundry room right off of the main living area. And as I mentioned, at the time we're filming this, they actually include the washers and dryers. Not a lot of builders are doing this. And depending on when you see this, it might not still be going on. But as of right now, it is. So coming on over into here, you've got your 2 bedrooms, pretty decent size, not massive, but definitely not too small. You've got your closet space over here. And then both of these bedrooms are gonna share this bathroom. It's not like they have a separate half bath. This is a full bathroom that, your guests in the living room are gonna share, as well as, the people that actually live right here. So a lot of their lots, because they're 45-foot lots, they can't quite accommodate 3-car garages, but they have actually been able to fit some 2.5-car garages here. So give you that extra little bit of storage space in some of their larger floor plans. Now, one thing Legend Homes is known for is they're always gonna have really good incentives tied to using their lender. That is just something to know about. I'm not gonna say what they are today because they're frequently changing, but just in comparison to some of the other builders, we frequently find that Legend Home is gonna be offering some really, really great incentives. Granger Pines actually isn't just some small builder neighborhood. It actually sits on over 400 acres. And when it's completed, there are gonna be 1,300 homes here in this community between these 3 different builders. And it's got some really nice amenities. You've got a couple ponds located throughout the neighborhood. You've got paved hike and bike trails. And then you're also gonna have a playground as well as a community pavilion for you to go up, play with the kiddos, have their birthday parties, and just get to know your neighbors a little bit more. But one amenity that I think is really unique that isn't in even some of these larger, really expensive master plan communities is they actually have the local elementary school in the neighborhood. I'm not kidding, it's literally touching some of these homes. And that's gonna allow you to send your kids to the school by literally walking them up or letting them ride their bikes to school. So if they're in kindergarten through 6th grade, they're gonna be zoned to the elementary school here in this neighborhood. And if I didn't tell you, these are Conroe schools. This is zoned to Conroe ISD, and all of them are gonna feed all the way up into Caney Creek High School. And you're probably wondering what these amenities cost. Well, the HOA here, the Homeowners Association, their annual assessment is gonna run you $650, and that's gonna give you access to all of the amenities. But what it's also gonna do is it's gonna enforce the rules here. And really what it's gonna do is make sure that your neighbors don't do anything that's gonna help depreciate the value of your home. I think it's very important. Some people reach out to us and they're like, hey, are there any new neighborhoods without HOAs? Well, one, there aren't, and two, you want an HOA because ultimately they're gonna help keep your home value up as high as possible. Now, as far as taxes go here, the tax rate is 3.15%, and I would say that's on par for what you would expect in most communities. Now let's go check out our last house. We are inside of Century Communities' 50-foot model home. These are gonna be the widest lots offered out here, and these are also gonna be the largest square footages. Now, Century Communities has some square footages starting right around 1,700 square feet, but they're gonna go all the way up to what we're looking at right now. This home that we're in is right around 2,450 square feet, and their prices are gonna start in the low 260s, but you can get this exact home as you see it today right around $311,000. Now, this is gonna be a larger 4-bedroom, 2-story home, and it's gonna be wider than the others. You're gonna feel it. It opens up quite a bit more. You've got more counter space, more cabinetry. It's just bigger. So you've got nice granite countertops. And one of the things that I really like about Century Communities is they're gonna have more features included in that sales price. So you might be thinking, man, 311 is a lot higher than what you said earlier on in the video. But things start to add up, and let me give you an example. So all of the appliances are typically gonna come with all of the builders whenever it comes from microwave, your cooktops, and your dishwashers, but usually they're not gonna come with refrigerators, washers, and dryers. Well, those actually are gonna be included when you buy a property here with Century Communities. You're also gonna get sprinklers in the front and the backyard, you're gonna get blinds, you're gonna get a garage door opener, and so all those things you're not thinking of that do add up after you close, they're included in the price. So if you're getting a big loan on the property, you can just roll those all up in the loan. So we're in the kitchen. It actually has a really good sized pantry over here. And then it's gonna open up. You've got an informal dining room. They've got decorated really cool. I don't really know what this is, but I like it. And then it's gonna flow over here into your living room. You are gonna have a covered back patio. And the yards here in the neighborhood, they've got some decent sized lot options. They actually have a lot of cul-de-sac lots available. And anytime you're in a cul-de-sac, you're gonna be able to get those pie-shaped lots. It's gonna give you more backyard space. So a lot of communities these days just don't have a lot of cul-de-sacs. It bugs me. I live in a cul-de-sac. This is gonna be your primary suite. Pretty good size, very standard. I do like what they did over here. The builder won't do this for you. They had their designers do it, but it looks like they put some wood flooring up the wall. But this is a king size bed, just to give you an example of the actual size in here. Plenty of space. Now, the bathroom isn't overly large. You do still have dual vanities with the drop-in sinks, granite countertops, and then instead of having a tub and a shower, they just have a larger walk-in shower over here. Now, I will say this, the closet in this home is a lot bigger than the closets that we saw in the others, so I would say that this is an adequate size for a master closet in this size home. Now, I told you this was a 4-bedroom home because I was gonna come up here and show you this office, but what I realized is it does have a closet. So technically this is a 5-bedroom home. They actually just have it set up as an office. So if you don't need the full 5 bedrooms, you're gonna have this extra bedroom here on the first floor as a flex space that you could use as an office, an extra bedroom, especially if you got elderly parents, or you could use it as a separate media room. And then right over here, these are those washer and dryers that come included, which is a big deal. Those are a couple $1,000s. It's nice to have them in here. And then this is gonna be your downstairs bathroom. This is actually a full bath because you have access to that bedroom / study. Now, let's go check out the upstairs. So once you get up to the top of the stairs, you are greeted with this landing. This is technically an upstairs game room, living room. It's a decent size. It's not as big as some of the other 2 stories we've seen, but the main reason being is because this is a 5-bedroom home. So they've actually allocated that other space for the 3 different bedrooms up here on this floor. So if you leave the living room over here, you're gonna walk down this hallway and we'll head on down all the way to the end. Start down here. This is going to be your largest of the 3 bedrooms. And this is a really good size. Usually in these 5-bedroom homes, in 2,450 square foot products, the bedrooms are gonna be pretty small. This is gonna be the largest secondary bedroom. It's actually bigger than that second bedroom you see downstairs. But I want you to check this out. This is what I thought was unique here. They have full walk-in closets in some of these bedrooms. You don't see these typically in this size of a home. Up here, this is gonna be your shared bathroom. It's got 2 sinks, and then coming on in here, Once again, this bedroom's smaller, but you have these huge walk-in closets that you typically don't see in other places. And I'm not gonna lie, I like this room a lot. I grew up skateboarding. It's got all the cool themes going on in here. You've got one more bedroom over here, rounding it out for 5 full bedrooms. It doesn't have the full walk-in closet, but it actually has 2 doors to it, and it actually is gonna give you a ton of hanging space. So coming out here, I wanna tell you a couple more things about Century. So with this builder, as I mentioned, you're gonna be able to get homes starting around 1,700 square feet, going up to this size, which is just under 2,500 square feet. But they're gonna have all of these things included, unlike some of the other builders. Now with the other builders, you can still get a lot of these features like garage door openers and sprinkler systems, but they are gonna be extra. They're not factored into the price. But here at Century Communities, what I like is what you see is what you get. So when you commit to purchasing one of their products, for whatever sales price it is, it's gonna come with everything included. So if you buy this home, you can expect to get it just over $300,000. So between these 3 builders, I really feel like there's something out here in Granger Pines for everybody. If you are looking for that affordable new construction home, whether it's on the smaller side, trying to get in just over $200,000, or you want one of those big family homes that we just saw that's 5 bedrooms, that's got plenty of space for your family, still in a great location right around that $300,000 mark, then I would definitely consider Granger Pines. As I showed you earlier, this area is booming with growth. You've got tons of commercial development heading out this way. You've got new neighborhoods popping up all around this, and you're really only gonna see this area begin to flourish more and more, which what that really translates to, I think, is appreciation of your home value over time. Conroe is where it's at. Everything has been moving this direction out of Houston, pushing up into the suburbs, and I think we're gonna continue to see that growth. And if you wanna know more about Conroe, you're not too familiar with it, be sure to check out our vlog on Conroe. It's gonna tell you everything that you need to know. And if you wanna know more about Porter and New Caney, check this video out right here. And as always, if you're thinking about moving here, don't be shy. We really mean it. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us a quick email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas.